everybody. Welcome to Depot TV. Welcome to some cooler fall temperatures and some unseasonably spring weather. I mean, hail. Are you kidding me? It's been a wild little bit here, but we're glad that things are a little bit settled this evening, and you can sit down and join us for Depot TV. Today we've got Chloe, Beth, and Celia Monroe. Amazing ladies, amazing voices, really great songs. And we talked to Catie Tramel of the Central Oklahoma Dance Company. I like what they're doing. This is a really fun company. You guys should get to know. They've got some great programs. And the last this season of our Terry's Ware with Terry Buffalo Ware. In case you hadn't heard, we're going to take a little break with Depot TV after our last episode on the Halloween weekend. Through the holiday season, and we'll be back early next year. We want to thank you all for tuning in, for being a part of Depot TV and what started as a way for us to connect artists and audiences and musicians and poets in a time when we were all at home and not knowing what the future brought. And now we get to do it just because we like it, because we know there are some really interesting people and very talented individuals in our community and beyond that we'd like to spend some time with and introduce you to. It's also our membership drive that's ongoing. I'm going to keep pushing that. It takes every little bit to make a nonprofit run so that we can keep free programming like this, like Summer Breeze, like our Depot Gallery Room, keep the prices down on rental and use of the gallery and the concerts that we hold there. This is how we do that. Love to thank all of those sponsors that have made Depot TV possible, and folks like you who could become a member of the Depot for as little as $5 a month at normandepot.org/join. I hope you do that, and I hope you enjoy Depot TV. Thanks.
I'd probably be fine spending all of my time undressed. Salt in my eyes, my hair tied in a mess. Coffee in the morning with no warning of the day. The sun is adorning with light pouring in this place. Honey, we got time to waste, so I'll waste mine on you. Expect that we should set a pace. There's no pace in loving you. There's no secrets too deep, 'cause I've seen every piece of your face. And maybe I'll reap this love that I keep someday. Oh, and maybe I won't. fact that we should set a pace. There's no pace in love and yeah. Spending all my time undressed. Salt in my eyes, my hair tied in a mess. I got deep, dark marks under both my eyes, and I've been thinking that the whole reason why is 'cause I stay up all night thinking about why I ain't been sleeping. I got deep, dark thoughts stored in my mind, and I'm gonna start over. I messed up the words.
I'm kind of glad actually because I pressed start recording a fraction, just like a half a second right before you started.
Okay.
So I was pretty sure that I got it, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Okay, cool.
So thank you very much.
All right. I got deep, dark marks under both my eyes, and I've been thinking that the whole reason why is 'cause I stay up all night thinking about why I ain't been sleeping. I got deep, dark thoughts that aren't so kind, and they keep me on track, keep me in line, so I don't start believing that I'm worth keeping. No, I just look, no, I don't care. I know we're not the same. There's nothing to compare, but I see it all the time, and I feel it everywhere. The shame, it starts to rise before I'm even aware. I got deep, dark marks down both my thighs, and they've been there so long, like they're justified to go and to everybody that I got a real body. I got deep, dark thoughts that aren't so kind, and they thoughts they stay steady till they're satisfied that I won't reach for nobody. 'Cause it'd be too heavy, I'd be too heavy. Oh, I just look, no, I don't care. I know we're not the same. There's nothing to compare, but I see it all the time, and I feel it everywhere. The shame, it starts to rise before I'm even aware. Oh, You're asking about my health, don't have answers. Resolutions, I don't know what I think. I've been myself in ways that I shouldn't, and I don't mind losing my sanity. And I wonder if I'm missing out on Jesus Christ. If I am, tell him that I'm not hard to find, 'cause I'm always here. I'm sitting in this room all alone. I'm chipping away. I'm gonna start over because my hair just like went deep into my mouth.
Yeah, that's all good.
Okay, are you still recording?
Yeah, I'll just let it roll. You go ahead.
Cool. You're asking about my health, I don't have answers. No resolutions, I don't know what I think. I've been myself in ways that I shouldn't, and I don't mind losing my sanity. Now I wonder if I'm missing out on Jesus Christ. Well, if I am, would you tell him that I'm not hard to find, 'cause I'm always here. I'm sitting in this room all alone. I'm chipping away at this body I own. Got books about religion I try to read. Oh, and I try to see, but I don't believe anything. These thoughts, they press my mind more than they used to. I'm feeling claustrophobic, I got no room to breathe, and I wonder if I'm missing out on Jesus Christ. If I am, tell him that I'm not hard to find, 'cause I'm always here. I'm sitting in this room all alone. I'm chipping away at this body out. Well, I want to be angry, I want to be aware, I want to be faithful, I want to be fair, I want to be dangerous, I want to be dirty, I want to be steady, I want to be sturdy, want to be angry, want to be aware, and I want to be faithful, I want to be fair, and I want to be dangerous, and I want to be dirty, I I'm chipping away at this body I own. Awesome. All right. Been covering my ears to try and keep out the noise, but it doesn't stop what I hear, and I can't maintain my poise. And if I scream loud enough, will it ring like a midnight bell, or will I render my voice rough until my quiver quells? I'll die if I breathe in, but I'll suffocate if I don't. And I'm not entitled to oxygen, but a girl can only hope that you put your lips on my lips and breathe out just a little bit. I'm not asking for a whole script, just a frame or two for the hell of it. All I wanted was to lay out underneath the sunshine, 'cause everybody's been talking about what it does for your mind. Well, I've just been burning. I'm blistered and red. My tables aren't turning, and my skin's all but dead. Oh, I've been covering my ears to try and keep out the noise, but it doesn't stop what I hear, and I can't maintain my poise. And if I scream loud enough, will it ring like a midnight bell? Will I render my voice rough until my quiver quells?
Hi, guys. It's me, Sherry. And guess what this is? It's a commercial. Actually, it's a commercial for commercials. We have time on Depot TV in space, and we need some partners to help support Depot TV and keep it going. But you know what we got? We got this platform and audiences every week. And if you sell a thing or provide a service or just want to support us and say thanks, or if you have a shout out or something you want people to know about, you could become a partner in the Depot and have some commercial time of your very own. So give us a call at 405-307-9320 or email us at office@normandepot.org and find out how this commercial space could be your commercial space. Thanks. This is Sherry with the Depot, and I'm here with Catie from Central Oklahoma Dance Company. Hi, Catie.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm so good this morning. How about you?
I'm doing really well. I'm excited to be here.
Good. So I like to start our interviews just letting people know a little bit about who you are.
Yeah.
So one of the questions I always ask is, are you from Norman, or did you make your way here from somewhere else?
Oh, yes. I grew up in Colorado Springs.
Oh, I love Colorado Springs.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Okay.
And I started dancing there. I have a twin sister, and that's been like super fun. And so we just had a lot of adventures together. And then I came to Oklahoma for OU in their dance program.
Got it.
And so we kind of parted ways there, and I started kind of becoming my own person and figuring out who I was and what I really believe and all those things, and fell in love with Oklahoma and stayed.
There you
so
go.
I've been here 10 years now.
10 years.
Yeah. So it's home. When people
Okay.
ask where I'm from, I say Oklahoma.
You say it from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. And so dance was the thing that you did, and you came here to study dance, and
Yeah.
then you stayed.
Yeah.
And now you formed a dance company.
I did.
So
I did.
let's talk about how we
That
get
whole
from
story.
student to
Director
director of a dance company.
Yeah, that happened really fast. I came to OU in 2011.
Yeah.
And I was gonna get a BFA in or ballet pedagogy. In my junior year, I injured my hamstring, and I went through the process of incomplete classes and trying to figure out, do I fail this class or do I retake this class? And of course, that's an expensive out-of-state tuition decision to make. Going to physical therapy, and almost everyone said, you just need to drop out. You're gonna end your career if you keep trying to dance. And I didn't want to drop out, and so I prayed for a miracle, and then I switched majors to the Arts and Sciences department and did one of those create a degree multidisciplinary study programs, and I created a degree called Injury Prevention for the Dancer. And so I took all of, I translated, I did.
Genius.
I took all of my dance credits and applied it there, and then I added a couple extra classes and wrote a huge capstone paper about how to teach dance effectively with a term I coined of prehab, of using physical therapy.
I just got
exercises.
goosebumps.
Yay!
That's genius.
Thank you.
Because it's all about the pre-work rather
Yes,
than waiting
prevention.
until. Yes.
Yes, and so injury prevention is about, finding the blind spots of an athlete. Like take volleyball players, they all get ACL injuries.
Yep.
So why don't you do some ACL like workout, rehab, physical therapy exercises in your normal regimen?
Yeah.
And then you can prevent all those injuries. And so all these sports books I was reading and the dance books I was reading, and then history of how dance has been taught, and I wrote this 50-page paper on it, and ended up with a Bachelor of Science in Injury Prevention.
Fantastic.
So I think I received that miracle. It was just a real surprise to go from arts to science that fast.
Yeah.
But I really loved learning all of the muscles and bones in the body and how they work together. And so I have a really good relationship with some of the doctors in the area where I can say to my students, I'm not a doctor. I see this thing. We're going to do this exercise, but go to your doctor and find out, is this growth pain or is this a muscle or,
a weakness and injury.
Yeah. So I started teaching in 2012.
Okay.
And I've never had a student get injured if they did what I told them to do. which feels really good to say. Yeah,
That's
I've had a few injured
unbelievable.
students, but it's usually when they don't listen to my advice.
When they're not doing the thing.
Yeah. So I graduated in 2014, and my hamstring was still injured, and I needed 8 months, is what they said, to take off. So I just thought, I'll just get a job for a year anywhere. Found a job as like an event planner at OU for one of the student clubs, and made lemonade for a year. You know? And it was fine. And then I found some jobs teaching at different studios here in Norman. But I couldn't be that specialist with all my education in a 50-minute class under another director's rules, because they would say, do that class this way or do it this way. And I was just itching under this, like, I know I'm young and I have the arrogance of youth, but I also just created this whole study and I really want to practice it, and no one was really letting me. And so I was talking with my colleague, and of course, you know, Sterling Mosley and Aaron Adenizio, and so we were talking, and he started expressing a couple of things he wishes he could teach, while I was expressing what I wish I could teach. And Aaron was the one who goes, guys, what if we just did our own thing? And that was when kind of the light bulb went off, and we thought, oh my gosh, what would that be like? And so for about a year, we planned what would it be like to run our own company.
Oh, I love that you took the time to kind of
a long time to
get your
plan
thoughts
and pray
together, get your vision in order, figure out what it was you wanted. Very nice.
Yeah. So, and one thing Sterling, which like I have so much respect for him. He gets full credit for talking about this, was that the ballet world is really welcoming to wealthy white women.
Absolutely.
Very welcoming to them. But it's very difficult for a person of color, for a man, or for an adult to get into the ballet world.
Double standards there that make it really difficult. Absolutely.
Yeah, and so even just walking in, even if a teacher is willing to teach you without a bias, you walk into a studio and they're painted bright pink, and there's pictures of toddlers on the walls because that's what parents want to see, you know. And then the lady behind the desk is some perky lady named Tammy who's like, welcome to Toddlers and Tiaras, you know. And then everyone who doesn't fit that description is like, oh, I don't think I'll stay.
I don't think that's it.
Yeah.
And then not to mention the hurdles, like, you know, we all read recently the story of the ballerina who got toe shoes that were, maybe you didn't read that one, who got toe shoes that weren't pink or like beige.
Yes.
You know, because that's the elongation of the leg.
Is color.
It's color. And then making space for that not to just be...
Yeah. It's the same as
peachy
like
white.
brown Band-Aids.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
it should have happened 100 years ago.
That's right.
But for it to actually like be part of the uniform and they're not excluded even in the purchase is thrilling.
So that thread became, along with let's not injure and let's welcome everybody.
Yes. So it was preventing injury of the body and of the mind.
Oh.
And then to include the body and the mind. And so we were looking at this holistic, what do people want? They want to dance.
Yeah.
Who is the target audience? And it's everyone, right? Everyone can dance. So we kind of made the joke, if you're potty trained on either side of the age spectrum, you can come to class. So 3 to 93.
That's amazing.
Which is really fun, and I love teaching all of those ages. So we started in 2019.
Yeah.
And we collab with Fusion Fit. I know, right before another famous COVID-19.
Yes.
We collaborated with Lindsay Russell at Fusion Fitness and Yoga. So we kind of co-rent with her, which worked out really well. And our enrollment went up to 60 students right away. And we sold out our first show to standing room only. And we scholarshiped over 50% of our students. And we had every person that we were looking for. We had boys in the room. We had adults coming to classes. We had people who weren't white in the room. And I was like, this is what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be inclusive and look like everyone and have that diversity. And so it was just really exciting in 6 months to see all of that growth. And then, of course, by March, we had to shut down. So that kind of tanked. But just to see the vision come alive, and then to have students and parents who trusted me and said, what does my student need? And I'd say, well, actually, it's not stretching between 2 chairs, you know, and forcing your bones and ligaments to do crazy things. I'm like, actually, if you can build this muscle right here, and I would give them YouTube links and pictures and, you know, just give them like an anatomy app on their phone. I'm like, that's what we need to build. And the parents who trusted me now have dancers who look great.
Love it.
Yeah, that's kind of how the vision came about. But it took all three of us because we each have our own giftings, our own vision, and it just wove in really well, really naturally.
So, and then COVID. And now we're still here, and we're, it feels like I said to a colleague yesterday, right now, event planning of any kind just feels like a hellscape of uncertainty.
Yeah.
Because we don't have definitive answers, we don't have a timeline, we don't have an after point. So what do you guys do now?
Yeah, that's a great question.
So is just a holding pattern for you guys right now a little bit, just to hold?
We're evolving month by month.
Sure.
So we'll make a plan, but it's really fortune telling, right? At this point, planning
Seriously.
is fortune telling. And so
It absolutely
So we'll be
is.
like, okay, by the fall we can do this or we can do that. And we went virtual right away. And so students from other studios, I had students in Colorado and Texas who also signed up for our virtual program. And that was just so exciting to offer something right away, and that was affordable, and that worked for a while. And then I could see these little, 7-year-old kids go, excuse me, I have to go to my Spanish class next, or my Spanish tutor or something. And I would just go, oh, you need to be playing outside. And so I started getting really bothered that these kids were looking so tired, and they weren't really dancing out of love for moving, and they're between the refrigerator and the oven in their house with the little brother, with a race car like crawling between their legs. I remember just seeing one girl and I thought, oh, you need to be playing outside. And so I just started thinking, like, what do we do to let kids like love dance and not lose that love for dance? And I thought, do I just close? And I was trying to figure out what the best thing was, and I ended up having an emergency appendectomy last fall. And so the doctor said, you can't teach for...
An eventful few years for you.
Yes, a little bit. Yeah, and so the doctor had said, you can't teach for 8 weeks, and that put me right into the holidays, which that would mean hiring a sub and then canceling for the holidays. And so I thought, let's just take off the fall. Yeah. And so I sent an email and said, I had to have an emergency surgery. Miss Katie's fine. But
no classes this fall.
We're gonna close for the fall. And then the spring got so bad.
Yep.
And so we just stayed closed for a little while, hibernated for like the academy. And that's, we were talking earlier about giving all of the professional artists the experience we could. So I was sending letters of recommendation constantly.
Yes.
We were doing photo shoots for dancers.
Yeah, love that.
Pay photographers, pay dancers, pay for costumes. So we were doing a lot of like fun projects. But we haven't really gotten to do any performances until July 10th, where we had our last show, and again, we sold plenty of tickets, and
Love it.
We created it on the COVID-19 experience of the year 2020. So we included scenes of boredom and scenes of like, yay, spring break, and then that turning into like constant fighting. And then we had a piece on the protests that summer on like two people who we cast two dancers who looked opposite of each other and had two opposite dancing styles. And then by the end of the piece, they were dancing together. And that was just a powerful program. So it's kind of, how do we embrace trauma without triggering the audience? And so we got to perform that live in July. So that was really exciting. So we might get to perform again live in September. That's the plan, which it's September now. So hopefully.
It's September now. What's the plan?
Yeah.
When's the planned performance?
So we're performing at OU September 26th.
Okay.
If we can.
If we can.
If we can. So
Go get your shot.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Wear a mask.
You wear a mask.
Yes.
Protect your neighbor.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. So that's the ideal plan, but we're kind of waiting, like, do we want to spend all this money on promotional materials if all the schools shut down? So we're kind of on hold playing the game. So
here's what we're going to tell everybody, because when this airs, you might have made a decision that you haven't made today that you made tomorrow. So what we're going to say is it's
Come to the
scheduled
show.
for...
Yes, September 26th at OU. We're having our performance. So.
Right, September 26th
Yes,
at
there'll
OU,
be a
and you
silent
can
auction.
take a look at the Facebook page for Central Oklahoma Dance Company to
and
find out all the details.
Yes, our website is www.okdance.org.
There you go.
And you can click the
okdance.org,
events tab.
and you'll get updates on whether or not it's happening. But today we're saying there's going to be a
There's a
silent
plan.
auction,
There's a plan.
and there's going to be a performance on the
and some desserts,
26th.
and it should be really fun. The theme is jazz, which is a really lively art form, born of adversity and born of being excluded from events.
Without a doubt.
But it's such a joyful American art form. It's a traditional art form of the United
Maybe
States.
the first unique American art form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I know you love jazz. We
Yeah.
all love Jazz in June and all those other events in Norman. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. Should be a really flirty, fun, Bob Fosse kind of theme. So yeah.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah.
makes me excited too. All right. Very
We'll see you
good.
there.
September 26th.
Yeah.
Some jazz and dancing with Central
Yeah.
Oklahoma Dance
Really
Company.
fun.
Thanks, Catie.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's really
Absolutely.
fun.
All right. We'll see you guys in a minute.
Yeah.
And then we also did, the next one we did was in 1978, the Willie Nelson picnic, 4th of July picnic. And this was our band after the Cowboy Twinkies. Our bass player, Clovis Roblain, left the band, and we got a friend of mine, Kenny Howard, who I played in my college band with, come on as bass player to replace Clovis. And we also got Dave Gant. I got him to be in the band. Dave played piano, keyboards, and also fiddle, and very good. And he's actually has been Garth Brooks' musical director since Garth's first album came out.
Wow.
And he's still with Garth. And so I got Dave in, and so we quit calling ourselves the Cowboy Twinkies. It was just Ray Wiley Hubbard Band.
Sure.
Or Ray Wiley Hubbard, Andy's band, because the Cowboy Twinkies was actually more than a band. There was a certain attitude involved. I mean, we didn't have a secret handshake or anything, but
Right.
but yeah, it was like we couldn't really call ourselves the Cowboy Twinkies with
it was
one
a
of
new
the
entity, right?
yeah, anyway, but so the 1978 Willie Picnic, I'm pretty sure is the hottest gig I've ever played, temperature-wise.
Yeah.
It was held at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas.
Did y'all happen to be playing like right in the middle of the afternoon?
Of
too?
course.
Gotta be.
Yeah, of course we were. And and that was, the Cotton Bowl had, at that time, still had artificial turf.
Oh, wow.
And of course the stage was set up on, I'm not sure what the direction is of the Cotton Bowl, but it was set up at one end,
Right.
of the field. And I swear, being on that stage, you could feel the waves of heat coming off the AstroTurf.
Yeah.
And I was just, you get sweat, you get sweat in your eyes, and it's hard to see because
Oh, yeah.
that was going on a lot. And the main thing I remember about that, other than just being so hot, and after I guess probably about a 40-minute set was over, just all of us just totally spent, was that Jan Michael Vincent, the actor Jan Michael Vincent, jumped up on, he was there as a guest, and he jumped up on stage and came over and sang on my microphone with me
All right.
when we did Ray's big hit, or as he calls it, his Albatross.
Oh, sure.
Hi, guys. It's me, Sherry. And guess what this is? It's a commercial. Actually, it's a commercial for commercials. We have time on Depot TV and space, and we need some partners to help support Depot TV and keep it going. But you know what we got? We got this platform and audiences every week. And if you sell a thing or provide a service or just want to support us and say thanks, or if you have a shout out or something you want people to know about, you could become a partner in the Depot and have some commercial time of your very own. So give us a call at 405-307-9320 or email us at office@normandepot.org and find out how this commercial space could be your commercial space. Thanks.
Something behind those eyes are all in their hands. If I lost something that night, well, I go back in my mind. Oh, sitting on my front porch, sing along. Well, I told him I'd been living in Greenbow, naturally bad as he. I've been waiting on a dead man to come home. I'm just a bag of shaking bones. I'm just a bag of shaking bones. I'm just a bag of shaking bones. Well, I know what it feels like to be a partner of someone. Oh, you know, just you and me in the crowd. Well, and how you can lose it all. Oh, in an instant, you know, left there standing well all by yourself. Oh, well, I told him I'd been living in Greenbow, naturally bad as he. Oh, I've been waiting on a dead man to come home. I'm just a bag of shaking bones. I'm just a bag of shaking bones. I'm just a bag of shaking bones. I put one foot in front of the other, trusting my feet to take me where I'll go. You know, I got 1,000 things on my mind, no one aches in every bone. Well, I'm not trying to try too hard. I'm just trying to look down the road. You know, I've been relying on my feet to take me home. Well, I told him I was living in Greenbow, naturally bad as he. Oh, I've been waiting on a dead man to come home. I'm just a bag of shaking bones. I'm just a bag of shaking bones. I'm just a bag of shaking bones. Well, I've been burned so many times. Oh, you know, by trying to be the nice guy. And you can take me as the fool I am. Oh, you know, I'm still learning. And I try to follow these things through the end. Oh, you know, and on up. Sometimes it don't matter because, well, people gonna think whatever they to change your mind. And I can either help you waste time or do something, oh, something with mine. And I'm a mean, 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 mean woman. Oh, you know, living in a man's world. And I'm a mean, 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 mean woman. Oh, you know, with the heart of a kind of girl. And the world makes me put on this face from all the push my grace. Well, I'm a mean woman and I don't got pity for you. And you can call me your names, oh, put on the blame. Well, I'm a mean woman and I'll be meaner than you. Well, I'm a mean woman and I'll be meaner than you. Some people, they'll say whatever they need. Oh, you know, to get you on the side. Sometimes, oh, the truth comes in threes, and I'm on neither yours or mine. So I let it rush down my shoulders. Well, I ain't got nothing new to say. Oh, you know, living in a man's world. I'm a mean, 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 mean woman. Oh, you know, with the heart of a kind of girl. And the world makes me put on this face, oh, from all the push my grace. Well, I'm a mean woman, oh, don't got pity for you. And you can call me your name, so put on the blame. Well, I'm a mean woman and I'll be meaner than you. Oh, well, I'm a mean woman and I'll be meaner than you. Oh, well, I'm a mean woman and I'll be meaner than you. I've been making up for lost time, breaking these patterns that prison my mind. I take one step forward, two behind. Well, lift my head above the water, always running in blind. Oh, it feels like every time, oh, every time. Well, time flies and drags behind. Well, I'm moving through these motions in my haunted mind. Oh, well, I sit still for a moment, it's too long. Well, I don't know what is normal or these behaviors I picked up and formed. Oh, well, I get too much excitement from sitting there. Well, time will take me where I'm going to, tired to go anywhere else. Oh, well, time flies and something coming for me like I don't already know. You say you wish these things take me, oh, but I'm going on. Oh, it feels like every time, oh, every time, well, time flies and drags me high. Well, I'm moving through these motions in my haunted mind. Oh, well, I sit still for a moment, it's too long. Well, I don't know what is normal. These behaviors I picked up and formed. Oh, well, I get too much excitement from sitting there. Well, time will take me where I'm going. Too tired to go anywhere else. Oh, well, time flies and drags me high. Well, I'm moving through these motions in my haunted mind. Oh, it feels like every time, oh, every time. She was sitting with her pack, waiting to run on back. Well, you never know which go of the rest. She was pulling weeds and planting trees and putting stones underneath his feet. Well, you know, she always picked up the slack. But who are we to confuse nature like that? Well, who are we to confuse nature like that? Doesn't she look messy? All the way in her shoulders, well, all the way in her shoulders, well, busting at the seams, oh well. Doesn't she look messy? All the way in her shoulders, well, all the way in her shoulders, well, busting at the seams, oh well, maybe. Oh well, she'll keep it together. She's running and laughing it out. Well, telling jokes to any old grazing cow. Well, she's finally sitting still with her pack. You know, regret and sorrow running on down her back. Well, you know, she can't just shake it like that. Well, you know, she can't just shake it like that. Well, doesn't she look messy? All the way in her shoulders, well, all the way in her shoulders, well, busting at the seams, oh well. Doesn't she look messy? All the way in her shoulders, well, all the way in her shoulders, well, busting at the seams, oh well, maybe. Oh well, she'll keep it together. She's sitting in the wild, holding up her own smile. Well, you know, she never felt oh so free. It's a funny thing when she listens to her own instincts. Oh, well, things, they'll just be what they'll be. And she fight her own battles, she's fighting them now. No, well, she don't need nobody to save her. She look messy, all the way in her shoulders, well, all the way in her shoulders, well, busting at the seams, oh well. Doesn't she look messy, all the way in her shoulders, well, all the way in her shoulders, well, busting at the seams, oh well, man. she'll keep it together. Well, maybe she'll fall apart.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Depot TV. We're glad you stopped in and joined us, spent a little time, listened to a little music and some stories. Thank you again to all of the individuals, the businesses, the groups, the partners, everybody that helps make what the Depot does possible. We appreciate you very much. And if you comment, well, let's do something fun. Comment Depot TV on this post, because that looks random on a post, but just comment Depot TV on this post, and I will upgrade your membership. If you join as a member of the Depot, I'll upgrade it for you. Thanks very much. Have a good day. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Been covering my ears to try and keep out the noise, but it doesn't stop what I hear.